What's up, people? It seems that Streamlabs is refusing to actually work properly, so I actually need to pop out the chat. There we go. I'm just gonna move that over here. Yeah, feeling a bit down today, so figured I'd just do what I usually do when I feel a bit down. Do some Mega Man X speedruns. Got the splits up, got like my splits up here in the corner. Might be a tad hard to see, but yeah. Either way. Hopefully it's not too loud. You guys are gonna have to let me know, because like breathing will just change audio settings for some reason.
Mega Man X.
Be like, I'm not like good at speedrunning this game. Like my fastest recorded PB is like just under an hour and 3 minutes, which would put me at like probably like 3/400th. Like as far as placement goes. Either way. For some reason, you gotta do this every time. Switch dash to R. And I am obviously playing on the Switch version of the Legacy Collection. The Japanese ROM. Specifically. Hence, Rockman instead of Mega Man. Either way. Nope. Don't stop. Stop that. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. I hit the wrong key to start off with. Okay, I think, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure when you're I know that when you're dashing, you do extra damage. Yeah, we're just gonna restart. Right out the gate with a cursed run. Yeah, I know when you're dashing, your attacks deal more damage. And I want to say they also do a little bit more when they do more when jumping too. But I honestly not really sure. And normally you want to skip the health down here, but I'm playing pretty bad, so yeah, I should probably grab it. Okay, now from this point on, like, as long as I'm playing good, I should try to avoid getting health. Because you want to get to Vile with 3 or 4 pips of health. So it's a good idea to let the cars beat you up a little bit. There we go. I just ate, so my throat's a little phlegmy. Yeah, because when you have 3 pips of health left, he doesn't even bother fighting you. He just launches the net. Oh yes, and for anyone who knows speedruns, the Japanese, like, you're probably familiar with the Japanese is usually the chosen one, like the chosen language, because it takes slightly less characters to fill, like, for the text boxes, so it moves slightly faster. Anyway, now time for Chill Penguinian. But you know, you always want to do Chill Penguin first because this stage has the dash boots. That. For some reason, this jump sometimes gets me. Because I'll, like... You know, because I'll jump like a pixel too early. And now we got the dash boots. Okay, so I remember hearing that there's a way to get the ride armor up here to break this. I have no idea how to do that, so I just don't bother. But I just use it to get up there to skip that little section in that. Skip that little section down there. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this fight perfectly. pretty good. Still 11 seconds slower than my usual. I always go for Storm Eagle right away. I know this isn't the optimal route, but this is always the route I've been taking since I was like 5. So it's kind of a habit that's hard to break. Now, if this were a any percent run, we'd just be going immediately for the boss. But since this is a 100% run, gotta grab that heart. With the dash jump, didn't jump and pulled back because I thought I whipped it. But I would have been fine. Now there is some health and 1-ups you can get down there, but fuck it. We don't need it. I want to go up here. There's an E-tank right there. Ooh, that was a leap of faith. Up. Yeah, and that's why you don't take leaps of faith unless you really know what you're doing. But since I already got the heart, we should be good. And we'll know once we do everything else if we can't get the Hadoken. I will also know because I'm going to jump, so I'm going to go up here. Man, I keep going to dash jump, but I keep, like, not clicking. Like that. Jeez. This is also a cursed run, but fuck it, I'm 9 minutes in. It's too late now. If this run wasn't cursed, we'd probably be on Spark Mangel by now. Motherfucker! Yeah, you know what? Restarting again. Man, I'm just not good tonight. Yeah, the wheel guys, you can just kind of jump over them. But they usually take 2 shots to... Like, if they take 2 pips of damage, they'll fall over. And if they take a 3rd one, they'll just blow up. Which is why a fully charged shot just blows them up. But a partial charged shot will kind of make them fall over. Because a partial charged shot deals 2 damage. Man, it's just not my night tonight. But hey, it's been a while since I've streamed anything, so... I also remember, like, when they kneel down like that, you can jump over those guys, but that's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, we should be in the clear now. What? That was close. I almost went to do the "you were close" thing from Pokemon Snap, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't a "you were close" thing. It was a "that was close" thing. Ooh, yeah, that death is just gonna cost me big time. There we go. I usually do the split the moment that I lose control of the character. So like I usually start it the moment where I hit start on the main menu and hit the split the moment either like the boss dies or the fight ends. Like there, like it's right when I get the like hit with the Electro Ball thing. There we go. Jeez, I'm just really out of practice, I guess. Fucking... You're supposed to jump over all those, but apparently freaking not. Okay, there we go. Okay, now if I die to Chill Penguin, I'm just gonna have to turn in my badge. So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if I died to this guy, considering how my freaking This is what, like the third restart? Yeah, almost a full minute slower than usual. These times are not looking good. Sturm a goal. You know, like, this is honestly, like, one of my favorite stage songs in this game. Like, everyone's always like, oh, Spark Manjol stage is, like, amazing, which it is. But this is still one of my, this has still always been one of my personal favorites. I swerved around that. I went to go jerk to autocorrect my freaking jump and just straight around the platform. Jeez. This is gonna be like at this rate, this is gonna be like a fucking 2-hour run instead of like an hour run like they usually are. You know, I'm just gonna, instead of trying to do like fancy, I'm just gonna play it. Just gonna play it safe. Now, with one of these platforms, you do kind of have to be careful because it will go off screen enough for the little flamethrower to respawn, especially when you're like trying to do the jump. I think it's that one right there. There's a 1-up down there if you destroy those batteries, but we're just going to ignore it. Capsule 2. And that's what the helmet does. I think it increases your defense a little bit, and it makes it so your head can break blocks. Though grain of salt about the defense bit, because I might just be pulling that out of my ass entirely. In fact, I probably am pulling it out of my ass entirely. Go down there for some free health. Almost fell. Sturm a goal. I'm gonna have to really start pulling out the stops in order to get this on par with my, like, even close to par with my PB. Okay, now for full mirth. As my splits say. Okay, this jump right here is usually a pain in the dick. But I got it first try. And now we have an extra stage to our charge shot. I think you don't want to use that on bosses. I think you want to, like, if you're fighting a boss, I think you want to use a normal boss, like if you're doing a Buster only run, I think you want to use, like, not use this on the bosses. Oh, excuse me. Because each one of the like the large pellets that flies out is an individual thing, and it'll trigger their iframes. Right there. We really want to go up here. Yeah, like this stage is like, it hides like all the secrets like right here. You know, I don't know if it's my controller, because I'm using a Pro controller, or like if it's just the game, but sometimes it just distinctly feels like it's eating inputs. Yeah. You know, this might just go to show my general view on video games, but honestly, my biggest problem with Mega Man 11 is that when you went through a boss door, instead of like being held in the position you were when you went through it, you're like, Mega Man would just drop to the floor and walk through. And that's like my biggest issue with Mega Man 11. Like, it's been a while since I've played it, to be honest. Like, not since it like came out. But honestly, like, yeah, honestly, it's like that's like the biggest issue I really had with that game. I mean, like, if I went to go replay it now, I probably would have more issues. But you know, it's like, it just helps to keep in mind that with that game, like, they give you the gears and they want you to use the gears, and a lot of people forget about them. But yeah, now for Spark Mandrill. That one always fucking gets me. That one usually does too. Yeah, because we did Spark Mandrill before this, not like Storm Eagle before this. This guy, when he plugs to the ceiling like that, he's supposed to charging, and those little flashes that are coming out of the bottom are supposed to be lightning bolts. But never mind. That's later. Yeah, but since we broke the thing, but like if you actually bring up the map, because like you can't actually change like the stage view, so instead of showing the actual like instead of like showing a little big like visual indicator of the stage, it'll show you a picture of the world map essentially, and the plane and the airport level, like this, like a Storm Eagle's level is like an airport, and this is a power plant, and the plane for the airport is right above the power plant. That's why we saw those bits of it at the beginning of the stage, because basically the stage is just a lot darker, so harder in that aspect, but also kind of easier. Because the fucking plane, because we shot down the plane and it crashed. Like it crashed into the power plant. And now for a thing that's called Spark Mandrill Syndrome. That's the fight. Looks like I'm starting to narrow down the time. That's only 14. That was only 14 seconds slower than the previous run. Or at least as far as the splits are concerned. It's still like a full minute slower, like almost 2 minutes slower, but yeah. This is a song that's always going to be in my head. Ow, I forgot to shoot. With this one, bam, sub tank. Yeah, also you can use, the easiest way to destroy those is with fire. Fire or the tornado. Both of which would work for this stage because you don't really need it. I'm playing really sloppy. Want to make sure you destroy that one. You get this. So, because if that guy gets past that, then there's not enough room. There's not enough. The ceiling's not low enough. Well, I guess you do kind of need. I guess you do need it for this stage, but only to get that. Remember this? We'll need it for later. Now that he doesn't have his armor on, he can basically be hit at any time. And as long as he's not spinning, it's easy to stun lock him like that. That was Armor Armdoll. Or Armdal? When I made these splits all those years ago, I was just having fun. Now for Long Octurne. Yeah, I think I just misspelled all the boss names because, because I just find purposely mispronouncing stuff kind of funny. Which is probably why that Mary Chrysler, like Merry Crimbus, Merry Crimbus, Merry Chrysler. I think that's one of my favorite Christmas finds. Okay, this fucker is the thing that kills so many of my runs. Not this one specifically, but the next one. This one. Because he'll go to... Almost happened there. But because I'll be fighting against the suction when I go off the ledge, I expect to slide down off the platform. But I don't stick to the wall because I'm being sucked in, and I just fall right into the spikes. Okay, good. He dropped a weapon. Because yeah, if you miss too many of those, it could fuck up another fight. Or a mini boss. Yeah, gotta go down here for that. Yeah, like, I've had runs where I've died to those fucking sub-mini bosses so many times that I ran out of fucking Tornado Hold, or whatever the fuck it's called. Storm Tornado. And like, couldn't kill this guy quickly. Okay. Now this guy can be kind of annoying. And he is probably one of the bosses I die to more. You know, because those little shoulder missiles he fires will knock out the, will stop the rolling shield. Oh wow, oh wow, that was faster than the last time I ran that one. I got gold. Okay, now for Bomber Quanger. Or Bomber Cougar. It's Boomer Quanger, but I spelled Bomber Cougar. Now, I've seen people, like, ascend up this bit super freaking fast. And I could never do it. Like, they skip, like, every ladder, and it's like... I honestly do not get it. Okay, so most people don't actually do this strat. I think it's mostly because like people get annoyed by the rolling shield sound effect. But using rolling shield just makes this part very trivial. Because because other than those platforms, everything that can deal damage to you, like up till the part where you actually need to switch to get an object, to get an item, it just makes this entire thing trivial. Like everything, like all the stuff here just dies to it. And all the projectiles shot by the little gun things just instantly blow up. You know, I used to, like, when I used to play, like when I was a kid, I didn't know you could do that. Just fucking, like, use the supercharge of shotgun ice to just make a sled, and then just jump off the sled for that. When I was a kid, what I used to do is I would beat the stage, and then run back through, and use Boomer Quanger's weapon to get it. Which, honestly, like I can never remember. I don't remember half of the names of the weapons. I think Quanger's weapon is Boomerang Cutter. Yeah, this has always been the strat for this fight. Just huddle up in the left-hand corner and, like, fire off missiles. That was plus 8 seconds. I tried going up in the other corner before. Didn't work. Okay. Now for Chameleon Twist. I mean, that was a weird game. That was one of the, like, I remember renting Chameleon Twist for the Nintendo 64 all the time when I was a kid. Like, I have it now, but I never got too far in it. Yeah, this is another stage that has, like 3 collectibles. Because it has this. No, wait, it only has 2. Yeah, because the last E-Tank is back in, Spark Mandrill stage. Okay, now this fucker has ended runs for me. Because the thing is, if that thing hits you straight on, he'll grab you and he'll throw you against the wall. And when he does, there'll be like a frame where he's holding you up in the air, like that. If he dies on that frame with him holding you up in the air, you soft lock. Stop grabbing me. I don't want to demonstrate. Ooh, I thought I killed him for a second there. And like like the thing is, like, if his claw's out when you kill him, like the bits that chain the whole line just go flying everywhere. Okay, now I got all the parts. So dash boost lets us dash. The helmet lets us break blocks above us. The buster parts add another stage or charge shot. And the breastplate halves all damage we take. Man, I'm usually better about dodging those guys. Also, I don't make the rules, but you are legally obligated to if you have a weapon that changes your color to match the right armor, you gotta change to that weapon. I don't make the rules. Okay, so this is one that I also kind of feel like could be a bit of a, like, could have been the namesake of Spark Mandrill Syndrome. The only issue is because, like, bam. Main issue is that that's a much tighter window. So it's less forgiving because, like, if you're off, like if you miss, then he'll either then there's a chance he'll turn invisible, which then you gotta wait for him to become visible again. Okay, now we gotta go back and get all the other stuff. So we can get, as I put it on the splits, Ryusan's power. Fucking... Honestly, I don't really care about damage. Honestly, like, the only thing it does is it just slows you. Is it the biggest penalty that it slows me down a bit? The other one is it might make me take up a little bit more time later because I'm pretty sure you have to fill the E-tanks in order to get the Hadoken. And like and you don't need full lives. I used to think that you did, but I'm pretty sure you don't. Well, no, you definitely don't. Because the method I usually use, like, it's just quicker to have full lot, to have, like, maxed out lives. No, wrong level. Fucking... Like, it's always easier to have full lives because the method I usually like that, because like I'm pretty sure it's like the recognized method to do it involves you dying a lot. Because, like, basically just destroy this one bat, which when I was a kid, I thought Mega Man 7 came up before Mega Man X. So I just thought that this was a bat from that they just put in from Mega Man 7 instead of, you know, realizing that I'm pretty sure this game came out first and the other one came out like, and 7 came out like, I want to say less than a year later. Okay. I remember the dev cycle being like 7 months, which isn't super crazy for like a Super Nintendo game. But it's still pretty impressive. Okay, I don't actually have this going in through my headphones because for some reason it doesn't do that. I think I actually made it not do that at some point because like it was becoming an issue of like the stream getting like double or triple audio or something like that. Like game audio. Yeah, like, it's like I have a bit of a hard time hearing this right now. So like, yeah, I have to pause every little bit to check. You know, or I could just move my headset. That's also an idea that, you know, might be good. Okay, that's all 4. There we go. Okay, now we can just speed through the level. Okay, now we just need to grab that and die. Because now we need to get to that point in this level. I want to say 3 or 4 times in a row. And dying and starting from the midpoint is just obviously a lot faster than just starting the entire level over again. Ah, shit. Oh. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, that probably just killed the run right there. You know, it'd be even quicker to just die again. Oh, well, this specific run's kind of cursed anyway. Oh yeah, that definitely. Yeah, because the best time for the my previous PB, this was done by 42:10, and it's past 42 now. You know, if I ever made a video game, I'd probably want it to have a soundtrack, you know, kind of like this. There it is. Oop. Nope. Come on. Come on. What the fuck? Well, even if this is a super cursed run, you know, even if this even if this ends up being like a fucking 2-hour run now, I'm too far and I gotta finish it. I didn't know the capsule would despawn. Okay, now if we do the Hadoken, quarter circle forward attack when we're at full health. Okay, so the Hadoken. Nope. Completely forgot to hit the split. The Hadoken is kind of buggy because you'll do the input correctly, but it'll just fire out a it'll shoot your butt like half the time. It'll read that you did the input after it detects and activates the buster. So a lot of times when you're trying to do the Hadoken, you'll just shoot a pellet then throw the Hadoken, which, you know, means that it's basically useless on fucking bosses because the Hadoken is a one-hit kill. Guaranteed. Okay, this... There we go. That's a... This is a glitch I always have a lot of trouble doing. Now, what's supposed to happen is, you know, Vile's out there and Zero's supposed to show up. Like, they'll throw some banter around. And then you go in there and you're stuck waiting after you go through the first door for like a solid like few seconds before it lets you start moving again. If you do it like that, not only do you skip the little cutscene, but you also, you know, spend like a second like there instead of like 4. You know, I skipped dialogue by holding start, but you gotta wait for the text box to start to show up. fuck. Oh. Guess I'm fighting Vile normally. But yeah, I also really fucking suck. Like with hitting with the Hadoken. Like, I think I've only actually hit a Vile with it, like, twice. And I think I've only hit second form Sigma with it, like, twice, too. I just want to see if I can do it. Should be Boomer Quanger. Motherfucker! Got it perfectly, he still phased through it. Like a fuck. Also, when I was a kid, like, it was, especially with that fight, after I beat him, like, I always used to try to slide down the door in a way to make it look like, to try to make it look like I fucking... try to make it look like I slid down and the sliding caused him to blow up. Like little barriers. We know Shotgun Ice is this guy's weakness. There we go. Man, I'm having trouble reading this guy tonight. Also, when I was also super little, I thought this was Sigma. Like, it didn't even connect to me. Like, you know, they show you Sigma's picture, and I thought that once you beat the stage, they just let you do it again if you wanted to. So when I was like, yeah, after I beat, it's like, yeah, I beat Mega Man X. Which, I think at the time would have been like the second game I ever beat. But, you know, then like one day I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that stage again. Oh no, the stage is different. Okay, also, like... Okay, so, like, also the song to this stage has a total Mega Man 7 vibe to it. Yeah, whatever. It's just Chill Penguin. This is easy. Yeah, if I get to the boss, I'm gonna try to get to the boss with full health so I can try the Hadoken. But like, I'm not gonna like use up sub tanks to fill up like 2 pips of health. Okay, now for Sturmluggle. Whose weakness is actually Chameleon Stink's power. Ooh, that was close. You know, I don't know why, but it never occurred to me to just do that. Okay, I don't think you can act... Oh yeah, no, I don't think you can actually Hadoken... I think you can Hadoken the eyes, but not the nose. Now also, you want to be very careful to not destroy the nose first. Or you want to make sure to destroy the eyes first, I should say. Because, like, if you destroy the nose, the walls don't go back. Okay, there's Sigma 2. I can never remember the name of any of these Sigma bosses, except for Sigma himself. Okay, which one is this one? All right. There we go. Now, if I could hit every boss with that, I might actually save some time. Okay. No, I think it will actually be faster just to use this guy's. Actual weakness. Because hitting him with the Hadoken is kind of weird. There we go. Yeah, just because. Might need it later. Okay. Son of a bitch. Well, I tried. You fucking cock. Okay, so funny little thing. You know, not gonna do it because like it's not really super necessary. But if you, well, actually no, it would help because you wouldn't be able to do that and that move anymore. But you can actually use. You know, yeah, now you don't have to worry about that. About either like the fucking move where he sticks his tentacles on your head and sucks away like all of your fucking health, or him shooting out homing missiles. You can also do that to cut off this dude's trunk. But, I really don't want to do that. Mostly because the weakness of this boss is actually Boomerang Cutter. And you can't Hadoken this guy because you can't Hadoken in the air, and this dude's eye is his weakness. Like it's the only spot you can actually hit him. Well, already basically lost the PB. But hey, it's still a good run. Well, not a good run, but if I don't fuck up, then it'll actually be a, you know, not PB, but on par run. Hey X, how you doing? Fuck my dog. Fucking. Okay, I will actually use a sub-tank to try to Hadoken this form. Because I should didn't need 2 sub-tanks for final. This form takes the longest because this is what he does. Oh wow, it's 3 a.m. Yeah, that's just an alarm I usually set to remind myself, hey, go brush your teeth. Okay. Now for final form, Sigma. Whom you can't, even if you do manage to Hadouken, you'll do, like, no damage. Fuck. I was not keeping track of my health. No, I should... No, I'm not gonna refill. Because those, like, bugs that are coming... Those, like, holes in the wall, those little bugs are coming out. That's what that's for. You use, Armor Armadillo's, like, shield. To the full charge of that. And it'll kill those things as they come out. And, like, the... Fucking... Wow, I'm doing Garbo. You know what? Just for safety. Oh wow, the charge shot is still only doing 1. I have an extremely vague memory of getting to this phase, like, once. When I was, like, super fucking little. Oh yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to... Yeah, no, this is a very subpar run. Yeah, like, apologies for, like, the annoying noise. I think they realized well after the fact that wasn't the best idea. There's one tank full. There's 2 tanks. Oh, that's 3 tanks. You know, I didn't realize how late it was when I started this stream. Okay. Let's see if we can get the Hadoken off. Ugh, too early. This dog is usually the thing I can get the Hadoken off on. Yeah, now for this painstakingly slow play, because I'm just going to be playing it safe. There we go. Now time for final form. all the fucking lightning. And there we go. Yeah, about 11 minutes over my last PB. Okay. So, well, I'm gonna let the credit. You're just gonna skip the credits for now. We are going to take a quick break, and when we get back, I'm gonna see about doing another run because it is kind of getting late. So yeah, we shall. So yeah, like be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. You know what? Let's do another run. Just gonna... a little bit of a safety net. Just to make sure. Yeah. I don't know why it just doesn't just permanently save that. Okay. Okay, now I feel safe going into second form with that much health. Or the second health, the second B-Copper. B-Chopper. Get to the B-Chopper. You know, that, when I was a little kid, that jump on that slope used to kill me so often. You know, now I think about it, I think the first time that I've ever actually beat this game was during an old Let's Play from like a billion years ago that's been long since deleted. I can't remember how many episodes that was. This was like way back in the early days of YouTube where like, you know, I want to say like 08, 09. You know, where monetization wasn't even much of a thing at all. And like some of the videos were like 2 to 4 minutes long. Like, you know, because there'd be individual levels. Like, I think I combined the intro stage and Chill Penguin into one video. And I think other than that, every single one was a different video. Oh man, that was so fucking long ago too. I'm just remembering some of the weird faux pas I did back then. Like, fucking... Like, I remember at one point, I felt like I just had to get some... Like, I was doing a Metroid Zero Mission Let's Play. because at the time, I could actually beat that game at a decent pace. I think the fastest I think my fastest time, like I want to say my fastest time was a little over 2 hours, but I think that's the actual speed run, and I was not fucking speed running at all. So like, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that. But like, fucking. I remember one time I just had to record. And for whatever reason, like, the Windows XP laptop that I used at the time, or maybe it was Windows 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Windows 7. But like the laptop I was using at the time, for whatever reason, it decided that my copy of Windows was fake. So it'd give me little errors every once in a while saying, oh hey, you need to authenticate your version of Windows, and it'd just be in the corner and I'd just ignore it. Then it would be a pop-up in the middle of the screen. Then it'd be a pop-up in the middle of the screen that made a loud noise. And then a pop-up in the middle of the screen that made a loud noise that would like click off of every other window. And I remember it kept doing, not only was my computer doing that during this particular recording session, but I was also trying to record on Sunday when, like, during a football game. Like, it was during a Jets game. And, like, my dad is such a massive Jets fan that he basically made everyone else in the family a Jets fan, too. But, like, I was trying to record during one of those. And those get loud. I just remember being so frustrated because the Windows thing kept happening. Like everyone kept yelling. I don't know why. I tried and nowadays I'm just like, well, fucking, of course you were trying to record during a Jets game of all things, you dumbass. Don't try to record when you know it's going to be loud. And another thing that used to happen all the time was like there was a kid who lived next door who had this like little tractor thing he would ride around his massive ass yard every once in a while. And my window is facing their house. And every once in a while, like, he would just rev that thing up and just ride around the lawn. And it always annoyed me so bad because it'd be at random times of the day. And if I was trying to get any recording done from back when I used to actually do like Let's Plays a lot, it would, like, I would have to stop recording because it was too loud. Wow, wow, that's just bad. Yeah, like, no, did I forget the heart container? I forgot the heart container. Like, fucking reminiscing and then that fucking blunder just made me completely forget about it. Yeah, I kind of miss doing Let's Plays. But at the same time, I kind of don't, because, like, I never liked editing. And plus, like, you know, since then, like, the whole Let's Play thing has just completely changed. Like, back then, you could just be like a dude doing a thing. And now, in order to, you know, stand out, you basically need to have a gimmick. Or be like a massive standout personality. Or be part of a group of standout personalities. Because, like, I remember, like, at my peak, I think I had, like, 400 subs on YouTube. And this was, like, before they changed the monetization model. So for a while there, I was actually able to roll ads. I mean, I never actually got any money because my views were so low that I made like a max of like $4.50, I think. And I'm pretty sure it pays out in units of 100. Yeah, and also, like, I did and I just kind of completely killed my channel analytically by first taking massive long breaks from uploading anything. Like, I think there was a point where I didn't do anything for like a year or two. And the other thing was that I deleted like most of the content off my channel because I rewatched episode 1 of the Pokemon Crystal Let's Play I did and cringed so hard I inverted. Like, I collapsed in on myself a little bit. So because of that, I deleted almost everything off my channel and tried to start over completely. I remember when I did that, it was like my third attempt at doing a Dust and Elysian Tale Let's Play. Because you know, that game's like actually legit one of my favorite games. And, but you know, like, I just kind of fell off of doing it. Then, I also tried to do a Castlevania Symphony of the Night Let's Play. But that didn't work out because every single video had, like, 2 or 3 independent copyright notes from, like, you know, copyright notifications from Konami, because of course. It was also like my second or third attempt at doing a Skyrim Let's Play, like a modded Skyrim Let's Play, but I actually finished this one. In fact, it's like the only completed Let's Play on the channel, which I actively tried to remake that Let's Play like 3 times. All 3 times it petered out, and they're all still on the channel. But they all 3 kept, like, because like I tried to remake it the first time because my computer time was shit. So whenever I was out and I was using Fraps to record, which took a lot. So every time I was out in the overworld, the frame rate was 14. So yeah, tried to redo that. So yeah, like, tried to remake that one. With one of them, I actually got pretty far. Like, I want to say I got like... I want to say I got like 50 some odd episodes in. Like 20-minute episodes. Before that, just kind of petered out. And, you know, then like, you know, that save, like I lost that save. Also tried to do a Pokemon Leaf Green Let's Play, which I didn't realize until after I started that the file I deleted to do the Let's Play on my Leaf Green cart was the file with the shiny Charizard. Ow, I think that's the first time that hit. I think that's the first time one of those hit me. Damn. Yeah, this one's also shaping up to be kind of bad. But yeah, like, But yeah, so like I accidentally deleted a save that had a shiny starter on it. That, you know, fun fact, I started that like, okay, so because I have like a thing that's apparently pretty common with autistic people, where I don't get tired. I just play games while I'm waiting to fall asleep. And I started that file one of those times. And like I didn't even and because my SP, like the screen for my SP was kind of bleh, I didn't even realize it was shiny till like the third or fourth battle with like the sparkle, like shine effect. To the point where I grabbed my copy of Fire Red and started that up. Started a new game, didn't save it because I think I was doing a Nuzlocke on that file at the time, and then went through the beginning to get to select the Charmander, just so I can double check to make sure it was shiny. But yeah, that save's also gone, so that Let's Play got canceled. Like I kind of stopped. I kind of like stopped recording for a while because like at this point, like, you know, because I'm basically destroyed my channel algorithmically. Like I was getting nothing. Like I'd be lucky if any of those videos got like 5 views, and most of those views clicked off after the first like minute. So like yeah, so I kind of stopped recording anyway because of that. And hold on, brain. Jeez, I'm playing sloppy. But yeah, like getting like no views on any of my videos just kind of completely killed my motivation, you know, to do Let's Plays and stuff. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, like that just completely killed all motivation I had. So I just kind of stopped for a while, and then when I went to try to go back, the save file decided it wanted to corrupt. So I went to go try to start another new Leaf Green Let's Play, and that never materialized really. And I don't stream that often, pretty much because of the same reason. Because it's like right now, Streamlabs says I have 1 viewer, but that number's never accurate. Oh, forgot to hit the fucking split. But like, fucking. Yeah, like I never really have any many hits on the stream either. Like it's my usually my peak viewers in the stream is like 2 or 3. Which I actually used to feel bad about. But then I remember hearing that, oh yeah, no, like 0 to 3 streamers is the actual average for like the vast majority of Twitch streams. And it was like, yeah, okay. That fucking sucks, but I guess it makes me feel a little better. Fucking bats. Fuck off. Okay, because I've been talking and kind of going on autopilot, I didn't remember if I actually got the fucking sub tank or not. Yeah, though on my YouTube channel, by far the most viewed videos are still 2 MapleStory videos. One from way back in the fucking day, where I basically just did little clip recordings of me fighting the first handful of bosses in the game. And, did a couple PQ bosses. Did Mush Moms. I think Zombie Mush Mom 2, and I think one other one. Then a week later, MapleStory announced that they were doing a boss rush party quest. So that was all the comments on that video. The other one was just a recording of me doing the Amorian party quest, or APQ. Which is the party quest you can do when your character is married to get specific. Most people do to get specific items like Onyx apples, which at the time were one of the best buffing items in the game. Which honestly, I don't even know what the fuck is going on with MapleStory nowadays. I don't really play it. The last time I played Maple was for one night, probably a week or 2 ago, because a stream, one of my favorite streamers happened to get a sponsorship from a thing he does called Dare Drop, which is oh yeah, we'll sponsor you to play a game, do challenges in the game, and depending on how many challenges you do, or depending on how many challenges you complete, will give you game keys to give away during your the next one. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Forgot the buttons for a sec. So I decided to log in to MapleStory, and it's like they added like a sixth job, which like the last time I played, I remember there only being 4. I remember the 4th job releasing, and it was a big thing. I remember people posting memes like about it. Like when 4th job came out, like someone posted like, and the 4th job for the healer class was Bishop. So they're like a 5th job cleric, and then there was just a picture of like, I want to say Pope Francis, or whoever was Pope at the time, just like with like one of the, I think like one of the level like 80 or 90 stabs, just photoshopped onto his hand. It just said S Leech. But yeah, and it's like, and then, you know, I kind of remembered why I stopped playing it in the first place. Because, like, there was, like, none of the, like, I remember playing it for, like, you know, like, I remember really liking it because of the grind. Like, it took effort to, you know, really level. And, like, I remember, like when I started playing MapleStory in like 2006, 2007, and like yeah, I want to say it was like right after 2000. I want to say it was like right after 2006 because you know, because I remember someone giving me the an event from the 2006 Halloween, like the 2006 Halloween event. But like yeah, like back then it was like, oh yeah, no, like, you know, party quests were actually worth fucking doing, and like it actually, like, what class you were actually had advantages and disadvantages. And now it's just a make number go big, like make number big game, which, you know, isn't really bad. It just doesn't have nearly as much soul as it used to. I mean, now when I play on a fucking private server. I think a little while back I actually did a stream of me playing on that private server. Yeah, because I was trying to do the fucking alternate Zakum quest, or I was doing the Zakum quests to get to the point where I could do the alternate one, because fuck jump quests. Because like that's like the big like second part of the Zakum quest is like a massive fuck off jump quest that takes like is extremely annoying, and like. And fucking... I remember in original MapleStory, like old school MapleStory, back when I first started playing, I got so unbelievably angry at a jump quest. I want to say Sumi's Lost Coin 3. I got so mad that I actually gave myself tinnitus for like a half an hour. My right ear started ringing so bad I couldn't hear out of it. But yeah. Also, like, this right here is probably part of the reason why, like, I don't, like, my streams and stuff don't really do all that well. Because, like, now I remember I used to not be too much like this. I used to be able to form more coherent fucking sentences. But, like, at some point over the past, like, few years, my, it seems like my autism got, like, a little bit worse. Or the symptoms of it got a little bit worse. You know, then it became, like, now, like, my brain seems to have trouble with forming stuff like that, like, as easily as it used to. Like, I'm a little more scatterbrained than I used to be. Like, my attention span is a bit shorter. You know, I say, well, it's shorter with more. It's a bit shorter with more things, I should say, because, like, I can still, like, there are still some days where I can just, okay, I'm playing this game, and this is the only thing I'm going to be doing the entire fucking day. But yeah, even that's kind of a bit harder to, well, I say it's harder to do, but, like, I just started fucking around with, Albion Online, like, the other day, and I've played that for, like, 2 solid days. And before that, I played almost exclusively Pokemon for, like, several days. I went back and forth between Pokemon Maple Royals, which is the MapleStory private server, and Final Fantasy XIV for, like a solid week and a half. I don't know, it's just harder for me, like, it's just kind of harder for me to keep complete concentration on stuff like I used to. Which is really annoying when I'm playing D&D, because, like I'll want to say something, but the words just will not form. You know, which, right now at least, does at least kind of fit for, because, like, the group I'm in right now, like, 2 characters specifically tend to kind of take charge of social situations. And the character I'm playing, like, also, like, has always just been more of a passive character. Like, she's an old, like, she's a Minotaur barbarian. Like, old for a Minotaur. Like, compared to humans, she's basically, like, she's, like, in her 40s, which for humans would basically be like her 60s, I think. You know, unless the DM decided that wasn't how, like, the aging worked for Minotaurs in his setting. But yeah, she's always been the type of character who's a bit more passive when it comes to stuff like that. You know, because in her tribe, it was stuff like, because in her tribe, it's like, okay, you have that one thing that you're really good at, and that's what you do. All the other stuff you leave to the people who are good at. She was a warrior. She was good at killing shit, so that's what she did. She left negotiating for, she does stuff like negotiations for, like, the chief and the shaman. She left, like, unless it was actually super necessary, she left hunting to, like, more the hunters. Like, building shit was left more to the ones who built stuff. And she's still kind of, and, like, thanks to backstory stuff, she ended up just moving to a human village and just did nothing but work on one of the farms and get shit-faced. But, you know, that's, like, backstory stuff, which, as much as I would love to gush about Tiru, that's the character. Like, I'm just kind of like I'm doing a Mega Man X speedrun, just not talking about it. Though, also, I think I'm actually playing better now that I'm just kind of rambling and going on autopilot and not trying to focus on describing what's happening. Oh yeah, I have 3 times in gold. Well, 2 times in gold. But yeah, like, yeah, now to get the heart container from Chill Penguin stage, the sub-tank from Armored Armadillo, not Armored Armadillo, from fucking Spark Mandrill, then go to Armored Armadillo stage and get the Hadoken. But yeah, like that, yeah, anyway, back to the actual point I was initially making. I think that's actually also part of the reason why people don't tend to really like really stay and watch the streams, because like I'm not talking about what's happening. I just kind of ramble on about shit. Usually, like, and which somehow usually ends up being D&D. You know, because like me, like a friend and I, like if I have a friend who's on CoCom or something, I'm on such autopilot. I went to go stop for the fucking capsule. But like, yeah, like whether I have a friend on CoCom or just kind of rambling, I'll always end up talking about something like either D&D or fucking Pokemon. You know, at least in part because it's like those are 2 of my hyperfixations. Like, yeah, like, yeah, is because those are 2 of my hyperfixations. But like if you're just kind of rambling about nothing and lose your place half the time, who the fuck is gonna watch you? And like even if it's basically just, oh yeah, no, like the style of stream is more just a podcast with gameplay in the background. Like, I'll still like forget what I'm talking about halfway through and just shift topics. Or I tend to repeat the same topics over and over again. You know, because it's a hyperfixation. Okay, didn't get a sound, that means I'm maxed out on lives. You know, I also just kind of remembered. I kind of need to work. I kind of need to work on my D&D setting. Cause like, I basically have an idea, like a quest. Cause like, okay, so in my pantheon, like there's a Fae goddess, who's basically like a minor god of, like a minor goddess of emotion. And so, like, I kind of forgot about, like I thought about that a long time ago when I first made my setting, and then kind of forgot about it until like I already did like a full campaign in there, and like, so then like when I was doing the second campaign, which I stopped because I completely burnt out on it. Like I started to, like I introduced a couple different types of creature and an item or two kind of related to that, like two of like the quote-unquote bosses that the party fought were basically types of elementals. Like one of them was a literal pain elemental, and the other thing was a thing called, which was a thing I made, which actually kind of was, now I think about it, actually kind of started the whole thing because like I really wanted to utilize the fear mechanic in an interesting way. So I basically took the Demigorgon from the Stranger Things starter pack, which is one of the most terrifying CR4 monsters I've ever seen. And I modified the stat block to make it worse. And I called it the Fear Eater. Because this whole thing was that like it was a type of fear elemental that literally ate the emotion of fear, and it made it stronger. So like, oh shit, I was thinking that was a different one. So like, when the party came up to it, like it was doing a thing where it was like, oh yeah, no, like it basically took over like it basically like almost killed every single thing in a bandit hideout. And like the party kind of stumbled upon it, and when they were investigating, they got into a fight with it, and basically it made these like pools of like black ichor everywhere, and like it could basically use a bonus action to teleport between the pools. And like, oh come on, like it had a special fear effect to where like anything that made a save, that like all saving throws against fear effects caused by it had disadvantage, and it healed a small amount of HP per feared creature within a certain distance, which kind of made it like an accidental good thing that the party kept failing their medicine checks to try to save the almost dead bandits, because they were all essentially permanently feared. So like it healed a lot less than it normally would, but it could also, like if someone was in the pool of ichor, it could open a portal to a demiplane of its own that was pretty much made out of the ichor. So not only could it teleport everywhere, it could use a layer action to make walls of the ichor and come out of the walls. I believe the party said it was one of the most, like in the best way possible, it was one of the most frustrating boss fights they've ever had. I really need to revisit that. You know, maybe touch up the stat block. Oh, yeah, the other thing was a pain elemental, which it did a pretty gnarly thing to where it would attack, it would latch onto something, and cause it pain. Like it wouldn't cause actual, like it could cause actual, it would cause actual damage, but it couldn't kill a creature. Like, it couldn't actively kill creatures. And if a creature, like, it was essentially this purple ooze, and it could infect other creatures to feed off of them too. And if something that it infected died, it would become a zombie, like specifically designed specifically to infect other people with the pain elemental. And basically I essentially modified the Thunder Tree encounter from the Lost Mines of Phandelver like starter set. So like the thing that it was infecting was like the dragon that hangs out there. Let's see if I can pull this off again. Fuck. But yeah, like yeah, like the dragon was almost dead. Probably had about like a third HP. And if the party tried to kill the elemental or remove it, it would attack. It would make the dragon attack. And it wouldn't have its breath weapon, but it could also deal, but like, you know, it also made the dragon's attacks a tad more powerful to, you know, compensate for the lack of breath weapon. And the party ended up doing something I didn't really expect them to do, which was they somehow managed to rip the elemental off of the dragon and like basically squash it, saving the dragon. So the dragon was basically like, "All right, you can have this horde. I'm leaving." Hell yeah. Fucking off-screen kill on Bile. Fucking brutal. Yeah, those were the only things that I really had. Or, actually, no. I had one other thing. But this one was an item. It was essentially like a specific item used by Fae. It was commonly used as like a kind of like a short spear for like, or javelin for pixies, you know, for fairies, and other Fae creatures would use them as arrowheads. But they were basically specifically designed like objects that upon piercing the skin of their target would basically force them into, like, if they failed to save, it would essentially force them into a specific emotional state. And I basically used it to make an owlbear scarier. Because one of the states was like it was essentially an emotion spear, and one of the states was rage, was like anger, and it would basically give them a slightly nerfed version of the bear totem rage. Which I'm pretty sure... Damn it. I was gonna try to get in there so I could try the Hadoken. But yeah, like, you know... Which... Totem of the Bear is already pretty fucking broken. But, you know... I basically just used it as an excuse to make an owlbear scarier for a bit. Like, upon being, like, because basically the way it works is being imbued with said emotion upon creation. So, like, that one was imbued with rage. You know, I came up with I think I came up with effects for sorrow and laughter. And I think that's all I got before I started doing other stuff, or before I just kind of canned the campaign because I was burnt out. I need to revisit that and flesh it out more, because like that's an interesting thing. Like, and essentially after like 1 or 2 uses, the object would essentially just become colored glass. Yeah, that's all I really had for that. Yeah, and that was kind of, and I was basically using that to plant the seeds of basically the later quests, because basically the way I handled the first campaign was that we essentially did the a modified version of the Lost Mines of Phandelver, and I basically, if I remember right, fuck you. Yeah, but then I made a couple quest lines that they could take, and the one they decided to take ended up lasting the rest of the campaign. So I was trying to do something kind of similar to that. You know, but then I changed part of it partway through because I kind of wrote myself into a corner. And then after that bit, I just kind of had to cancel the campaign because, you know, fucking burnout is a bitch. But yeah, I also need to, I also need to, like, shake up my Pantheon a little, because along the line of that thing, I also made, like, one of the minor gods, like, essentially, well, not essentially, it was just straight up Chizo from the Chizo Mythos series by Yahtzee. So yeah, I need to... Fuck! Oh, well, I'm at the boss anyway. Yeah, like, so yeah, I need to, you know, change that a bit more. Because, like, as a placeholder, I literally just called it Chizo. But then I changed the name later. I think there's only 1 or 2 hits left in that, so... But yeah, like... So I need to change that up, because... Need to make it so it's more inspiration and less... copying. Because, like, most DMs will acknowledge, yeah, some of their best material, like, everyone basically steals. Like, that's part of the thing with D&D, because, like, you know, because one, like, there's only so much you can do with the fantasy genre. But, you know, before it gets, you know, before it just becomes Lord of the Rings again. Yeah, but because of genre conventions, too, like, it's surprisingly hard to come up with, like, something actually original when it comes to stuff like that. So, like, almost everything can be traced back to something or another. Like, almost all, most fantasy can be traced back to Lord of the Rings, which in turn can be traced back to Norse mythology. But, like, but yeah, it's like you need to take inspiration where you can, and, you know, and then just change it up so that it's, you know, inspiration and not, for lack of, and, you know, not full-on plagiarism. Like for example, the big quest that, the quest right before the last quest of the previous campaign was basically the Eye of fucking, I think it was Azoth. Wait, no, that's the name of the God of Magic in my setting. It's basically the Eye of like a mage's quest in Skyrim, or at least that's the MacGuffin they were chasing, because it's like, it's basically a mythal. I think that's what it's called. Just like an old, like, D&D thing from, like, basically, I want to say 2nd edition. Yeah, like, it's from, you know, it's from the time where, like, in the D&D setting where, you know, mages basically ruled everything and they were kind of fashy about it. And it's essentially, it's essentially like an orb that's full of magic and is basically concentration plus plus plus. Because, like, you essentially use them to power, like, you essentially use them as, like, a magical power battery, like power bank. Because, like, you know, because like when they would do the spells to basically make their flying cities, it would be held up by a mythal or mythalar, which is basically kind of what I used it for, because I essentially gave them a flying, because essentially the reward for that quest is, oh, hey, guess what? Your base is now a flying fucking mountain. Have fun. Yeah, like the initial inspiration for that came from that quest line in Skyrim, because they were basically hunting down like a super powerful ultra mega magic relic. And like yeah, it ended up being a mythalar that essentially gave them a magic-powered flying fortress, which like the party basically shared with the wizard who hired them to help them with the quest. Which, I admit, I kind of like. I was I was playing them off as like, kind of like the more arrogant, noble type of character, but like well-meaning arrogant, like not like, you know, they're not like they're not like, they weren't evil. They're just like, or you know, actually a fucking monster like nobles in a lot of these fucking shows and stuff are. But you know, they were essentially like a spoiled brat with a. She was basically a spoiled brat with a chip on her shoulder, who happened to come from a noble family, who became a wizard out of pure spite. Yeah, so like the party was kind of suspicious of her at first. You know, that because I was too good at playing up that angle. You know, but eventually they did a handful of insight checks and kind of like investigated a bit. They basically like, yeah, no, she's legit. You know, but of course, like the second thing, like the first, like one of the first things they did. Hell yeah. One of the first things they did with that thing, like with the mythalar, was essentially like in montage. Fuck. They basically flew over to where her parents lived, so she could gloat, because the entire reason she became a wizard was her parents were like, because like her, like in her backstory, like she never really showed interest in anything other than magic, so her parents just kind of discounted her as being lazy. You know, because like she's the type where like if she doesn't find the interest, if she's not interested, she's not gonna bother. So like they were like, you can't become a wizard, that's way too much work. She's like, so then she's like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna be the best wizard ever. And then she showed up with a flying mountain. Like and I need to revisit like half of those characters. Like, I missed that campaign, actually. Now, there's definitely a few points where I had to, where I had to have, like, the other person in the group who, you know, who can DM, you know, run a handful of, like, one-shots or a short little campaign, because I was kind of, like, because, like, apparently when it comes to DMing, I get burnt out easily. Well, hell yeah. Not as good as the last time, but pretty close, actually. Like, a minute 25 off? Who knew my secret power was rambling? Specifically about D&D, I got on the topic in the first place was because, like, oh yeah, probably part of the reason why people don't really watch my shit is because I tend to ramble on about stuff like Pokemon and D&D. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna let the credits roll out, and I think that'll be it for the stream because it's getting late. Yeah, it's like almost 4:30 in the morning where I am. Yeah, I mostly just did this because, like, I've just been kind of down lately, and this is one of my comfort games. So I just like, no, I think I haven't streamed in like an age and a half. I think I just want to kind of do a chill stream to just kind of ramble on and play one of my favorite games. I feel better. So mission accomplished. But yeah, like the credits, and yeah, these are the credits that were like, you know, other than X just kind of being a bit down on himself in the beginning about how he's not powerful, like Zero is. Like this ending crawl is the first time you actually hear about X not liking violence. You know, which is like a major part of his character, like in later games, but like in this one, it's like, oh yeah, I guess that's a thing. Like, it might have been in the manual. I don't know. I didn't read the manual because when I actually got the manual, when I actually got this game for my birthday, I was 8. Like, fucking brain, please. You know, and I have ADHD and am autistic. My brain just doesn't like to. If I start reading, and like it's just like solid text, after like a paragraph or two, my brain just starts to skip shit. You know, which can be a bit of a fucking problem. Especially when you're doing stuff like running a D&D campaign or doing adult stuff, or you know, trying to do what I've been kind of trying to do on the side, which is make like I essentially wanted to make like review, like YouTuber-esque review stuff, but specifically for not safe for work games. Because surprisingly enough, there's quite a bit of not safe for work games that are actually really good games. And that's been happening more often recently. Baba. So like, I kind of want to share that, but I have no idea where the fuck I would. Because, you know, I was initially thinking Pornhub, but, you know, you can't make, you know, I don't think you can actually make an account on that anymore. And most other sites where I could think of do that are, like, not good. I mean, they're like the, you know, get your computer checked afterwards kind of sites. And I can't put them up on YouTube. Because that would get the channel deleted. Yeah, like I got like I have like full recordings and notes taken for like 2 games, part of a third, which I have to start over because the game updated and it just wiped everything. And I got like, you know, and I got ideas for like a few other ones, but it's like now there's no real place to put them right now that I could think of, so... Yeah, I've also been kind of trying to work on that, like, on the side, too. Because, like, my two of my favorite things on YouTube for the longest time were, like, Let's Plays and game reviews. And with game reviews, I mean, like, of course, stuff like the AVGN, but also, like, Cat Icarus, The Completionist, Pro Jared, PBG, Old JonTron. Oh. You know, stuff like that, like comedic game reviews. Which I kind of want to do something like that for this, but now it's like, honestly, if I, like, it'd probably end up being more video essay-esque. Like a video essay style review, but, you know, whatever. That, like, I'll build that bridge when I find it. Oh yeah, this is basically just a post-credit Sigma being like, ha ha ha, I had a spare body, you didn't defeat me, I'll get you next time, Gadget. But yeah. Yeah, but with that, I'm gonna have to end the stream. It's like 4:30 in the morning, and I need to, you know, think about going to bed at some point soon. For those who stayed, for those who like watched through, thanks for just listening to me ramble about nothing for like the past like hour. I hope you enjoyed the runs. Phrasing. Be like, I want to do stuff like this more often. I love this game. I want to get better at it. Though that's probably not gonna happen with the way I play. Like I do legit want to stream more. I want to do more of like the VTuber thing, which like I have, you know, like I have the VTube studio. I just don't have my own model. So right now I'm just using like a free Eevee model because I decided to grab it because like, oh hey, that'd be funny. And the last couple streams I did were Pokemon, so if it. But yeah, like as per usual, I have no freaking idea when I'm gonna when/if I'm gonna stream again. Most likely when, but no idea what it'll be. Like every time I try to do a stream series, it just doesn't pan out. So I'm probably just gonna. Oh yeah, I just feel like streaming this game today, or I just feel like streaming that game today, or I feel like shiny hunting in Pokemon. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Follow, yada yada. I'll talk to you guys later. This is Afro Blade Master logging off. Afro the Kobold logging off. Fuck, I switched my username months ago. I still flubbed that shit. Fuck.